In this video, I will talk about the different awakening forge attribute that is needed for each of the hero. Okay, so assuming that you have already awakened some of the hero, then I will now recommend you what is the attribute to be forged for them. So when you first start up, you are like forge level 1. So I think the current max attribute is like 20 only. So as you slowly level up your forge, your attribute will increase to 40, 60, 80, 100 and 120. So if you have watched my other video, you will notice you remember that I told you before that if you intend to forge using gold, the maximum attribute you can get is around 140. Anything beyond that is not cost efficient. So if let's say I recommend a hero to be dual wash, means double forge, then you just use gold. Single, you also just use gold. But for triple, you have to use the daily forge. So okay, so take note that with gold, the maximum attribute you can reach is 140. Means all three stats add together is 140, or maybe 150. But it's very not cost efficient to try to get 150. Okay, so for specialists, the cap if you use specialist is 20 20 20. For master is 40 40 40. Guru is I think it's like 70 to 80, and legend is 100 100 100. So that is why I able to get 100 100, because every day I will wait for the free forge, then I click on the legend forge and I forge one time. That is how you get 100 100 100. So what I recommend, and I believe most of the people is like start between level 9 and 10, because that is where level 10 onwards you need a lot of gold to get to level 13 to get the legend forge. So what I recommend is that, because the cap for guru is like 70 to 80, once you get a hero to 70 to 80, let's say for my Athena, once you get to 70 70 times 70, you just stop already. You don't go and continue to try to increase it even further, because you might get negative. If you get negative, then it's very waste. So I rather you just bring it to 70 70 70, then you concentrate on another hero. Maybe let's say Tiny need triple forge, so you just slowly raise until 770 until the day that you get a legend forge. Then you go back your Athena to try to make it 100 100 100. Okay, so what kind of hero need triple wash, what kind of hero need dual, and what kind of hero need single? So I first list out those heroes that I think you need single. So number 1, Akoni is like a mid hero. Okay, one thing to note here is that although it's good for every hero to get triple forge, but you must understand is that you must make priority. You cannot have every single hero triple forge, because you have to wait for the daily forge. Imagine all the hero is triple forge, then I need to play this game like 1 year then to get a lot of my hero to 100 100 100. So you need to make priority. Those not so important one, you just give them single. Those quite important one, you give them dual, and those super important one, you give them triple. So I will now list the hero that I think need single forge. So Akoni I think need single forge, because he's a midline hero, and strength will increase his damage and his survivability, and also the attribute bonus is not so bad. He don't really need the 20 armor, so that is why I recommend him to go single forge. Another hero, let me see what else. Death Knight you can go triple, you can go dual, or you can go single. It's because Death Knight is a tank. Okay, tank usually the case they need triple forge. But if let's say you don't really need a tank, or you think the tank is underperforming, then you can just let him go single forge. But make sure you get like 100. Okay? So another hero that I think needs single is Slada. Again, Slada, the job here is not really a tank, but a DPS. So I just increase it strength for more DPS. His job is not to tank only. It's not to tank. Guilds you can go dual if you want, or triple. It's up to you whether you like the hero or not. Captain, just go single. I don't really like Captain. Captain, I think they are much better tank compared to Captain. And Leo, strongly recommend you go triple forge. he is super strong in the O2 area, O2. Static, just go single. The main job of static is to deplete enemy mana, so you don't need to go dual or triple. Grim, I recommend you go dual, because if you look at the dual bonus, 500 HP for 40 intel and 120 magic attack. 120 magic attack. That is a lot. And some more, Grim is very gay. It's very, I would say, quite imbalanced. So I would just recommend for dual forge. And Tiny you can go single if you want, but I like Tiny a lot, so I just go triple. Those hero that I like, I just made them go triple. Okay, now so I finished talking about the front tank. Now, oh, there's still one more. I think it's called Pai Pai Xiong. So this one I recommend you go dual, because he need the bonus a lot. And Pai Pai Xiong is not to tank, it's to DPS. So he strongly recommend to go dual for this one. Okay, so as I mentioned before, those that I recommend go dual, just go with just forge with gold. So how to do this? So if let's say you see the second attribute like need 100, you first single forge that attribute to maybe 70. Stop at 70. Once it's at 70, right, then you will start to click the 2 attribute that need to get the bonus of the 140. So eventually, this using gold only, you will get something like 140, something like this. This on my other account. Okay, so now go to a mid row. Abyssis just go dual, intel and strength. But she's not so important for the second bonus, because power recovery is useless. So you just make sure she's decent. Okay, so what else? Ember, you can go 140, so dual forge again. But I don't really like her because I feel that she gives too much energy to people. So in this case, if I don't really like the hero, I just go single only. When I meant dual for this one, you try to get the 2 bonus, which is 100 agility and 40 intel. What else? Oh, just like I didn't mention about Naga. Naga, you can go triple or you can go dual. Dual if strength and agility, they are quite good. Naga is quite strong. Is very strong. Because of the O2 item she get, then she's not so, she don't scared magic anymore. PA just go triple. Nah, no need to say. Part also go triple. What else? Udyr, you can go dual, but it's not so important. But I like Udyr, so I made him go triple. And those heroes that I don't have, I think Void you can go triple also. Ogi, you just go single lah. He's useless lah. Basically he's useless. Warlock you can go dual. Viper dual. Sniper and Naomi and Vega I haven't seen yet, and Cleo. These 4 I haven't seen yet. So I can't really recommend. But all this is what I know so far and I will recommend. So just take note that, just remember just now what I say. If you have Guru Forge, everyday forge until 70 70 70. Once you max 70 70 70, then you change the hero, go to another triple forge. Go to another hero that you can triple forge and go and spend the daily forge. That way you won't waste. And I will just talk a bit about Awakening hero. So because diamond is limited, so you want to maximize and maximize effectiveness and minimize efficiency. So what I mean by this is, you don't just blindly go and farm the Awakening item for a hero and yeah, you just don't blindly farm. So it's supposed today, okay, let me give you an example. So you see, currently I'm now doing Warlock second quest. So the second quest is on this dojo. So today is Saturday, so Sunday all dojo will open. So tomorrow my Warlock will awaken. So after I awaken, then I take a look at the event. So Monday it will be awakening item times 2. So I got 2 choice. Number 1, I don't fully utilize this awakening hero. Okay, for those people that is low on diamond, this is what I recommend. For Sunday, okay, assume that you Monday you finish awaken, then you just start a hero. I suggest you just utilize this 3-day farm as much as possible. But as for me, I want to utilize the event, so I will intend to awaken 2 hero. So for example, like I mentioned before, Warlock I will awaken on Sunday. Okay, so after that I will start Viper. Why I start Viper? Because Viper, right, if you take a look, Viper is the second mission is on the prophecy pool, which is Wednesday. So I intend to Sunday I farm 8, Monday 28, as in I farm another 20, then Tuesday I farm another 20, and Wednesday I farm the remaining 12. After that I will await Viper on Wednesday. Then on the same day of the event, I will go and farm another Awakening Hero, which is Void. So I farm about 24, then Thursday, Friday I just farm 10, 10, 8, 10, 10, 10. So Sunday I will do the second quest of Void, and Monday I will awaken. Void I think is Monday and Thursday. Yeah, Monday and Thursday, Dojo Curse City. So this is what I mean by you must make sure you plan such that when you get 60 shot that time, you can do the second quest immediately. So just go and take a look at the like which part of the quest they the second part of quest what they need to do. Then you plan your how much diamond you need to spend each day, how much shard you need to collect each day. I put this link in the description below. And if you got any question regarding Awakened Hero, right, you can type in the comments. Also, I strongly recommend everyone to go to join the Reddit community, because the forum is, as you all know, is full of spammers. So let's just try to like communicate through here, so that people can help you out. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more experienced people down here. I also leave this link in the description below, so that you all can join the community also.